whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not. So data types. Data types in Python, right? Every organization use case. Every organization use case has got data and operations. Has got data and operations. Data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented using functions. Every organization use case has got data and operations. Data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented using functions. Okay. For any organization use case has got data and operations, right? Yes. For example, any organization means take example of bank. Bank has got data and operations like customer data and customer operations. Customer data like customer name, account number, address, balance, branch, and operations like deposit operations, withdraw operations, transfer operations. Data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented using functions. Operations represented using functions. Yes. Later we discuss about these functions, but now data types and variables. To make you understand much better of these data types and variables, understand this. Yes. If you are comparing, right, C++ or Java, C or C++ or Java, if you are comparing with Python, observe this, C++ or Java compared with Python, Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports dynamic data types. Yes. If you see another programming language, if you want to define a variable like x as 10, compulsory this data type defining is mandatory. Y equal to 4.5, compulsory I need to say float y. Z equal to hello, compulsory I need to say string z. In text, float y, string z. Yes, in text, float y and string z. So without this data type defining, I cannot create this variables x, y, and z. But in Python, no need to define data types. Directly, I can say x as 10. Directly, I can say y as 4.5. Directly, I can say z has hello. But what kind of variable x is means based on this data type defining, you are saying this as x as integer variable, y as float variable, z as string. X as integer, y as float, z as string. But here, what kind of variable x is means what value you have assigned to it. What value? If you have assigned a integer value, integer variable created. If you are assigning a float value, float variable getting created. If you are assigning a string value, string variable getting created. Right? Yes. So assigning 10 to x, 4.5, and z equal to hello. Okay. So based upon what value you are assigning, if you are assigning integer value, integer variable created. If you are assigning a float value, float variable. If you are assigning a string. So there is a function given by Python, right? Type function, type of x. Type of x is integer. Why it is integer? Because you have assigned a integer value. Type of y. Type of y is float. Why it is float? Because you have assigned a float value. Type of z, there is a type function. Type of z is string. Why it is string? Because you assigned a string value. Based upon what value you are assigning, based on the value assigned only, the variable getting created dynamically in Python. So to make you understand much better, right, I'm going to discuss 4 cases now. What happens internally when we define some variables in Python. Observe this case 1. Whenever you say x equal to 10, internally one object gets created with value 10 with some address, right? The address given to x. Now here, what x is storing? What x is storing? Everyone. Don't say x is storing 10. X stores this address. 3 things you need to understand here. Whenever I say print x means it goes to this address and prints whatever content present at that address. That is 10. Prints the content. Prints the content at that address. Prints the content at that is what 10. Idea of x. Idea of x. Prints the address of x. Prints the address of x. 103070. Print type of x. Type of x means prints the data type of x. Integer, right? Prints the content, prints the address, type of x, prints the data type of x. Like this case 1. Case 2, observe this case 2, right? Understood how to print x, printing the content, printing the address id function, type function, printing the data type, right? What value you are assigning. Yes. Case 2. So from here onwards, I want the sessions to be more interactive. Everyone try to unmute and try to respond. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, not a problem. Keep responding. X is 10, Y is 20. Everyone try to unmute and respond. How many objects will be created for this? How many objects are going to be created?
Two.
2 objects, right? For
Correct.
10, 1 object. For 20, another object. It is going to have its address, the address given to X. For this 104080, that address given to Y. Okay, that's fine. Try to say everyone, try to respond. Print X, what is that value? Print X means what it prints? Everyone.
10.
10. Either you can give a response through voice or through short panel. You can also give a response. You can type your response in the chat also. ID of X. ID of X means the address. What is the address?
1030.
103070. Yes. Type means data type. What is the data type of X?
Integer.
Because you're assigning a integer value, so the type will be integer type. Print Y. Try to respond everyone. Print Y. What is the value? 20. Address. The address of Y. Where exactly it is stored? 104080. Type. Data type of Y. Integer. Right? Understand here everyone. Two different variables x and y, two different variables x and y with two different values 10, 20. Then two different objects with two different addresses, two different variables, two different values, two different objects, two different addresses. Yes, two. Case 3. Case 3, right? Yes. And try to understand x value is 10, y is 10. X is 10, y is 10, right? Try to respond, everyone. Yes, x value is 10, y is 10. How many objects will be created? Everyone, try to respond.
Two,
Yes,
sir. Two.
everyone, give your responses. How many objects?
Two.
The two objects will be there.
Understand carefully here, only one object will be created.
Huh.
Only
Right.
one object.
What?
1 second, check with this. First x equal to 10, one object creates with value 10, it is going to. Before creating object for 10, for y, right? Before creating object for y, it checks any object with value 10 if it is already available in the memory. The same address will be given to y. If x value is 10, y is 10, z is 10, don't think three objects with 10, 10, 10 will be created in the memory. No. Only one object with 10 will be created in the memory. The same address will be given to x, y, z. If the contents are same, only one object. For example, if x is 10, y is 20, z is 30, how many objects in that case?
One.
If,
Three.
if
Three.
x is 10, y is 20, z is 30, in such case, how many objects?
Three objects.
The object.
Three objects in that case. But if the values are same, one object. If
One
the
object.
values are different, multiple objects, right? Yes.
Multiple objects.
Yes, 10, 10, 10, only one object, only one address. I can say X, Y, and Z, they are sharing the same content and the address. X, Y, Z, they are sharing the same content at 10, they are sharing the same address. So I can say print X, print Y, print Z, they are print Z, the same thing, right? 10. Now try to respond, print address also, right? Address of X, address of Y. When the addresses are going to be the same, when the contents are same.
Yes, sir.
Okay, type will be int, right? For all these three. Understood this case 3, case 1, 2, 3. Any queries you got, anyone, before you go with case 4? Anyone? You may get one query, sir, if what happens if I modify the y value to 20? Hmm? If I modify the y value to 20, for 20, one object gets created with some different address. That address will be assigned to y. Y is pointing to the new object. Y will be pointing to the new object. Now this connection will be removed. Y is not pointing to 10 now. Y is pointed to 20. Only x and z are pointed to 10. Y is pointing to 20 if you modify the y value. Yes. Now observe this case 4. In the case 4, I want to take two variables. I'll take like x is 10, x is 20, x and x only I will take. For 10, one object gets created. For 20, one object gets created. It is going to have some address. That address given to x. It is going to have its address. That is fine. Up to here it is fine. But if I say print x, what is the x value it prints? Whether it will print 10 or 20 or both. What is your answer?
20.
Okay. Always it prints the latest value. Always it prints the latest value, 20. Previously x value was 10, now x is 20. Always it prints the latest value. So is there any possibility to print this old value? For example, your salary last year 50,000. Your salary this year 80,000. Print salary means current salary only it prints, right?
Yes.
Always it prints that if salary equal to 50K, next current salary equal to 80K. So it always prints this. But if, for example, for computing some tax or some other things, you want that old salary also. In such case, if you are giving salary and sal, you cannot access this old salary, always the new salary. In such case, you can say pre sal and current sal. In this way, you need to give. If you are giving sal and sal, always the latest salary only will be accessed. Otherwise, if you want to say previous salary, current salary, you say. Here also, if you want
Sir,
to,
if there are three
just,
salary,
just a second, if you want to access 10 and 20, give X and Y. Both print X means 10, you can access both 10 and 20. But if you are saying X and X, always the latest value only. Yes, someone was asking query, right? Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I was saying if there are three salary, salary 50K, 60K, 70K, 80K, like that, salary.
Three
Then
salaries
can
are
we
there,
use
three
this?
variables you give, three variables, three different variables you define, X, Y, Z.
Okay.
So that X you can access, Y you can access, Z you can access.
Okay.
If you are giving X,
Hmm.
X, X, always the latest X only you can access. What
Okay.
happens to the previous one means it gets removed. X cannot store two values, X cannot store two addresses. X can store only one address, right? X
Okay.
cannot store two addresses. So first it will remove this and create this new one. If
Oh,
you
no. I'm saying about this previous and current. So these are, is there any other thing like other keyword like previous, current, and if there are more
no
variables with
no
the same name?
no. Previous every time if you want to access previous current
Mhm.
everything, right? You give some different variable name so that you will be able to access
Okay.
all. But if you are giving
Mhm.
the same variable name, in such case,
Mhm.
the latest one only you can access. The previous ones will be removed.
Understood. Yeah.
First, if you want x equal to and x equal 20, first it has to remove this from the memory and this it has to create this. In such case, if you want to access both 10 and 20, give x as 10, y as 20. Both can be accessed. So if you are giving same name means compulsory the previous one gets removed. You cannot access them. Yes, understood. Any queries in these four cases, everyone? In the first case, just we are saying right. Okay, sorry. So printing the content, printing the address, and printing the type. In case 2, if you observe, two different variables x and y with two different values, two different objects, two different addresses. Third case, sorry. X is 10, y is 10, z is 10. Only one object, one address. Case 4 is, if you got x is 10, x is 20, always the latest value, right? Yes. So in a simple way, defining this data types. So data types mainly are of two types. Data types mainly are of two types. Data types mainly are of two types. Fundamental data types, understand here. Fundamental data types. Fundamental data types and collection. In a simple way, I define it. Fundamental data types means object holding the single value. Object holding single value. Collection data type means the name itself saying collection of values, group of values, set of values. Object holding the multiple values. collection of values. Object holding multiple values or set of values. Example of this, right? Object holding single value means x equal to 10. One object created with value 10 with some address. The address given to x. The address given to x here. Object holding a single value. Object holding single value. X equal to, for example, object holding multiple values means if you got some list of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here one object created. One object is created. The object is going to have multiple values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. One zero four zero nine zero, right? Yes. So here object holding multiple values. Object holding multiple values. Object holding single value, object holding multiple values. Okay. Now, what are the various fundamental data types? What are the various collection types? Fundamental data types mainly are of 5 types. Integer, float, Boolean, string, complex. Integer, float, Boolean, string, complex. Integer, right? Something like age 25. Age 25. Float, height 6.4. Boolean, true or false. String, city equal to Hyderabad, right? Yes. X plus IY. So see here something in integer, some in float format, Boolean true or false, which returns zero means Boolean means 0 or 1, right? Boolean values. City Hyderabad, X plus IY, but in real and imaginary. But here instead of I, we use the symbol J. So fundamental data types mainly are of 5 types. And if we talk about collection data types, collections, right? Mainly there are 4 types of collection data types. List, tuple, set, dictionary, 4 types of. See in Python, very simple representation. List by using squared bracket, tuple by using normal braces, set by using curly braces, Dictionary by using, right, key and value. List by using square bracket, tuple, normal braces, set, curly bracket, dictionary by using key and value, right? Yes. Okay. Data types dot. Okay. So here example of this list, x equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, list of values. By seeing the braces only should identify what kind of collection they are. Y equal to like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Set Z curly bracket 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yes. But dictionary means a collection of key value pair. For example, name Ajay, age 25. Name Ajay, age 25, right? Yes. Collection of key value pairs, right? Yes. Name, this is key, Ajay is the value. This is key, this is the value. Key value pairs, right? Yes. Key value pairs. Collection of key value pairs, right? It's called dictionary. So we have got a lot of discussion on these collections: list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications. Similarly for tuple indexing, tuple properties, tuple functions, tuple methods, tuple addresses. Similarly for certain dictionaries. In the case of fundamental type, we have got a lot of discussion on string type, right? So just I'll give introduction to string. What is a string? A string is a sequence collection of characters. It is a sequence collection of characters. It is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, a string is represented. In Python, a string is represented, right? Yes. In Python, a string is represented using single quote, using single quote, using double quote, using single quote, using double quote, and using triple quote. In Python, string represented using single quote, double quote, and triple quote. Single quote and double quote, right? For a single word or a line, you can go for it. But multiple lines or a paragraph, you go for triple quote. City equal to Hyderabad, right? Sequence a collection of characters. You can go with single quote or double quote for the single word or single line. But for multiple lines or paragraph, you go with triple quote. Each character of a string, each character, right? The string is represented or accessed, represented by a unique index. By a unique index. Each character of a string is represented or accessed by a unique index. String supports two types of indexes. String supports two types of indexes. Forward index. Second, backward index. Forward index or positive index, we say. or a positive index. Index starts from left to right. Index starts from left side to right side. Index starts with 0. Understand here, index starts with 0. Yes, here backward index or negative index. Backward index or negative index. Index starts from right to left. Index starts from right to left. Index starts with -1, right? Yes. If you want to understand this forward, backward, positive, and negative index, just check with this. X equal to Python. It's a string within double quotes. It is for everything object is created. Python. It is going to have some address. The address given to X. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. This we call it like a forward index or positive index. Forward index or positive index, this we call it as a backward index or negative index. It starts from right to left. Backward index or negative index. This one starts from left to right, positive. What is the value of x of 2? X is your string name. What is x of 2? Everyone, try to respond. What is that? X of 2, the character at x of 2. T. X of -2. All right. If you want to access a particular character, you can use this indexing. X of 2 value is T. X of -2 is O. So either you can use this positive index or negative index, right? Yes. So I'll see single line comment in Python starts with hash symbol. Multi-line comment in Python, just to give this, everything I'm commenting this for your understanding. This is not like Python's, these are not Python statements, just for your understanding, right? So now x equal to Python statement, a string. Print x means prints Python. Type of x will be what type? Type of x. Everyone unmute and try to respond. Type function. Type of x will be string, str type. What you are assigning to x? String type. Type of x, string, str type. Can check it here. Print x, prints Python. Type is what type? String type. Length, len of x, number of characters within that. Len of x. Len of x means how many? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6 characters. Length is nothing but number of characters. 6. And one more string I am taking, y equal to programming. Y equal to programming. X plus y. We call this as concatenation. Excuse me. Concatenation means adding the two strings. Adding two strings means first string followed by second string. Adding two strings, first string followed by second string. Okay, fine. Next, file, new file. String slicing. Understand this is string slicing, extracting a particular portion of a string. X equal to Python program. Understand this, everyone, and try to respond. Yes, I want to extract only Python from this. Extract only Python from this. How can I extract only Python from this? Print X of using slicing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 to, try to 0 to 5 it has to be. But I need to use 6. Why 6? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only, right? This we call like lower bound, this we call like upper bound. Always upper bound excluded. Always upper bound is excluded. Means 6 excluded, up to 5 only it will take. But if you have given 5 here, 5 should have been excluded. You should have not got that n. Check this output, Python will be printed. You will get Python. For example, extract this middle portion of this string prog. Yes, try to respond for this, everyone. Everyone, unmute and try to respond. I want to extract only this prog. X of X of. Even the space will take some index.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start with 7. 7 to 7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want. 11 you need to. 11 excludes, up to 10 it will take. PROG, right? Yes. You take PROG. 7 to 11. 11 excludes, up to, for example, print X of 11 to 7. What is the output? If I reverse it, 7 to 11, fine. If I reverse it, 11 to 7. 11 to 7 means empty string. Empty string. Because always slicing in the forward direction. Why you are getting empty string means always slicing in the forward direction. If you are going in backward direction, it will give empty string. 7 to 11 means this one forward indexing, slicing. That's fine. But 11 to 7 means you are going backward like this. Anytime if you are going backward, empty string you get in this way. Okay, empty string. Now, for example, extract PROG using negative index. Anyone? Extract this using negative index. Using negative index. Using negative index also, you should go in forward direction. If you're going backward means again empty string. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Okay. Start with -7. -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 also you want. Up to -3 you take. -7, -6, -5, -4, -3. -3 excluded means up to -4 it will take. Fine. PROG you see for all these three. Extract the entire word program. Extract the entire word program. Using positive index, you say me first x of this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I say 7 to 13, m will be excluded, 13 will be excluded. Can I give 14? If I give 14, 14 index not available, but still I can provide 14 because 14 will be excluded. Up to 13, it will take 7 to 13. Or you can also say print x of 7 to, don't provide this upper bound up to the end of the string it reads. Both returns what? Program. Print, there is a typo mistake in the print. Run module, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Similarly, even if you want to ignore this lower bound, you can also ignore this lower bound. Don't give this lower bound and give 6, yes. Up to 6. This and this both are same. By default, it reads from the start of the string to 6. X of this. Results the same output, right? So here it reads Python, it gives, right? So tomorrow there is a session, right? Tomorrow there is a session and the link will be changed for tomorrow's class. You are supposed to get enrolled, right? For getting link for tomorrow's class. Tomorrow same time, class will be at same time at 8 o'clock. But the link will be changed, supposed to get enrolled for getting the link for tomorrow's class. Print X, similar to print X. Run module, right? Yes. Python program. So no need to write any codings here in Python. Just I'll take 5 minutes. String methods we have got. String methods. Upper to print in uppercase. To print in uppercase. X equal to for example, Hyderabad. I want to print everything in uppercase. Very simple. X is your string, dot upper you say everything, either a single word or a line or a paragraph, everything it prints in uppercase. Run module. To print in lowercase. X equal to Mumbai. Print X dot lower. To print everything in the lowercase. Printing everything in the lowercase. For example, X equal to India. Print X dot. I want only the first character I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. X dot capitalize. For capitalizing only the first character. X dot capitalize, capitalizing only the first character. That's it. Check it. Only the first character I only in the uppercase you get. Remaining all in the lower cases. For capitalizing the first character of a string, for example, you got like this. Good morning, Hyderabad. 3 words are there. Every word, first character in the uppercase I want. The G in uppercase, M in uppercase, H in uppercase. X dot title. G in uppercase, M in uppercase, H in uppercase, right? So I want to just say title. That's it. G in uppercase, you got M in uppercase, H in uppercase, you got. For capitalizing the first character of each word in a string. Good morning, Hyderabad. For example, one more example too. For example, I got some employee names like Rahul, Ajay, Miller, Blake, Amar, James, John. Think that you got hundreds of names. Each and every employee name, first character I want in uppercase. Print EMPS dot title. EMPS dot title. Run module. Everything, each and every employee name, first character in the uppercase you got. Yes. Very simple. No need to write any code for this. Similarly, replace for replacing a portion of a string. X equal to, I'm saying like Java is easy. Print X dot replace the word Java with Python. So you'll get output as Python is easy. Okay. Python, Java is easy and Java is simple. Will it replace each and every Java with Python or only the first occurred Java? Every Java will be replaced with Python. Java is easy and Java is simple. Python is easy and Python is simple. Replaces Java with Python. So not only these methods like upper, lower, capitalize, title, replace, we have got many more methods like swap case, count, strip, find, starts with, ends with. So in this way, many other methods we'll be discussing in the tomorrow's class. Tomorrow also same time, right? The class will be the same time, right? Yeah. Any queries you got? So you can check with that chart, right? In the chart, a big message is given by this online team, the contact details. Can see that demo. If you have missed yesterday's session or before session, right, you can check with that videos there. From tomorrow a WhatsApp group will be created. You will be added to the WhatsApp group. From tomorrow daily, you will be getting the videos to Google Drive. From tomorrow, right, notes you will be getting clear notes to your Gmail. Python full stack. If you have contact details, the payment details, and that Phone Pay or Google Pay or this account details, everything is provided. And don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment to that mail ID that is forwarded. Then only they'll forward with the link. DURGASOFT online training at the gmail.com. To this, you need to send the receipt of your payment. Then only they'll forward. You can just check with the course content in brief, in depth. We are discussing, right? Yes. Python, right? Yes. Operations, operators, Python IDs, flow control, looping, strings, collections, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries in Python, functions, modules, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, regular expression, database connectivity, Python data in time, operating system module, advanced concepts, graphic programming, and Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python pandas, Python numpy, and matplotlib. These 30 topics in brief, right? Yes. Apart from this 30 topics, right? Yes. Django framework in brief, right? Yes. Around 15 applications we'll be discussing step by step. And UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and MySQL. You can just check with this, the course duration. So here, Python core and advanced, around 60 to 70 hours we'll be discussing with many working examples. 2 months duration, 5,000 is the course fee. UI technologies, people who wants to go for Python full stack, UI technologies, Django, Flask, MySQL, everything will be discussed. Topics from 2 to 6 also, it will take around 70 hours. Python for 70, frameworks for 70, totally 140 hours. 2 months for Python, 2 months for frameworks. 4 months, 5,000 for this Python, 7,000 for this framework, total 12,000. But if you're taking the entire package with a single payment, it is 10K. Timings first 1 week. First week it will be at 8 a.m. it will start, but later after 1 week it will be starting at 7 a.m. So you'll be getting each and every session video, soft copy of the class notes, assignments and tasks, WhatsApp group, resumes and interview questions, and live interactive sessions, and 300 plus code examples, 15 plus applications, right? Yes. Any query from your side, anyone? Right. Okay. So fine, tomorrow same time at 8 o'clock there is a session, but the links will be changing. Supposed to get enrolled, right? To get the link to your live. Right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.